All right, guys, joined by Daniel Vasquez, a young gun from the Cronulla Sharks. Dan, how are you today?
Good, thanks, mate.
Very good to have you on. Now, you've been a Sharks junior. You've obviously come up through their ranks. I believe this is your first with the top 30 NRL boys. How's this one been different to the other ones?
Well, I guess this is kind of it was a broken preseason for me because I suffered a meniscus injury at the end of last year, so I kind of missed half of preseason this year with some recovery and I'm trying to get back into it. But once I got back into it, I really worked hard on the 1%ers, like getting my body fat down, my weight down, and it really made a difference. But I think because I did one last preseason, I was kind of ready for the challenges of this preseason. So I was pretty happy with the portion I did.
Absolutely. Just on that meniscus injury, you're fully back to 100%?
Yeah, 100%, mate, yeah.
Awesome. You touched on the 1%ers there, losing a bit of weight. How was that done? Through gym, strict diet, I imagine?
Yeah, really strict diet through the preseason. I was put in what we call Fat Club. So I was doing extras after training.
Yep.
The main thing was the diet, eating healthy.
I got to ask, after being on that strict diet, surely after the trial game you went and had a little cheeky treat meal. What are we looking at?
It was off record. Yeah, I went to Macca's.
Oh, I love it. What's your favourite Macca's meal?
I can't go past a chicken Caesar wrap. I like, I don't really like the greasy burgers. I go for the chicken stencil on the wrap.
Not a bad choice at all, mate. Now, we touched on the 1%ers. Aside from them, what really has been your main focus or just an area you've really looked to improve your game in the off-season?
Well, I kind of looked at, getting, like as you said, my knee better and kind of preventing any other kind of injuries. So I've had past problems with my back. So really worked on, kind of prepping for that, prepping my body for, the vigorous training. And also I had a few key areas in my defence that I needed to work on, such as, working under fatigue and, just having that mindset to keep going no matter what. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, the Cronulla Sharks are renowned for having, realistically, some of the best forwards in the competition. You've got Paul Gallen, Aaron Wood, as experienced as they get. Is there one player in particular that you've worked with a lot or that's really helped your game grow?
I've kind of been created kind of a good relationship with Aaron Woods. He's a really approachable guy, really good guy to get along with, and he's been helping me, in the gym, out in the field, giving me a few tips here and there. But also Paul Gallen and Andrew Fafita, they've really kind of pushed me. Andrew Fafita kind of took me to the side and let me know that I was kind of like dropping off, so I had to kind of step it up a bit.
Okay.
And I really took that on board and gave it my all for the rest of the preseason. And I really appreciate these high-end superstars kind of taking time out of their kind of schedule and offering their support.
Absolutely. Sometimes honesty is the best thing to hear, especially in rugby league. Now, you had your first hit out in the Sharks colours for this year, 2019, against the Manly Sea Eagles last Saturday in a trial game. Atrocious conditions, but sort of how'd your body pull up afterwards? And what did you take out of that experience as a whole?
Oh, well, I had a lot of fun playing on Saturday. I haven't played since July last year when I got injured, so I was just itching to get out there on the paddock. And the conditions were bad, but I was happy to be on that field and just give it my all. And I really kind of took out of the game the 1%ers really matter in the game. You can work on those 1%ers as much as you want. You got to have the mindset as well.
Yep.
What I took out of that game is really, you got to stay hungry and, keep working.
Absolutely, yeah. And I suppose we did touch on the 1%ers earlier, so it really was your focus to try and implement them in a game situation.
Definitely, yeah. And, kind of take on board what the coaches had to say. John Morris, Jimmy Dimmick are really, they've got a lot of experience, and Bomber as well, being my coach in the 20s, kind of, really listened to him and Dimmick, they're really good.
Yeah, you touched on the coaching staff there. Did they have a particular message for the players after the game? Anything they liked, didn't like?
Yeah, well, there's definitely a few things we needed to work on as a team. At the start of the game, we had about 35% possession, with the ball. So we're mostly defending the first half, but we kind of got the ball back in the second half and work to our strengths.
Yep.
And but yeah, there's certainly some things that we need to work on in defence and attack.
Yeah, it was certainly a better second half from you guys, coming back from behind to steal that victory in front of your home fans. Dan, what is your biggest goal for this season? What's something you're hoping you can look back on 2019 and go, boy, I'm really proud I achieved that?
Definitely. That the main goal is making my debut in the NRL this year. If everything goes right, fingers crossed I'll get the call up. But a more achievable goal is kind of trying to stay injury free this year, have a full season under my belt, so I've got the best chances of playing consistent NRL.
Absolutely. You touched on the debut there. Last question before I let you go. What would it mean to yourself personally and to your family if you are to make your debut in 2019?
Words would not be able to describe it, mate. If I made my debut this year, it'd feel like the 11 years of work that I've been putting into this sport, kind of my dream come true, making my family and friends proud. It would just, it would warm my heart. But definitely, if I did make my debut, it definitely wouldn't be the end of my goals and dreams. I'd have to keep working and kind of stay in the mix of the NRL and the top players.
The debut would just be scratching the tip of the iceberg, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. All right, Dan, thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate hearing from you.
No worries. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
Cheers.